Hi everyone. So I'm doing a review in like a real world informational for you guys, looking into getting the 2015, 2016, and some 2017 Mercedes-Benz C300s, GLC 300s, E300s that utilize the M274 engine as their powertrain. So, problems with that particular engine. I've seen on a couple forums on MBUSA.org and Facebook and just various other different sources, including some customers that come in, and I hear a lot of speculation about whether it's a warranty or a recall or whatever the case is. And let's just get some clarification on this. So, yes, there is a defect in the M274 engines, and that is wrist pins, and apparently they had too much tolerance or too much play inside between the bearings and whatever. Anyway, there is an internal technical service bulletin about this, and I forget who sent it to me. It was a guy on mbforums.org, and I've also seen it at work. And basically what it is that Mercedes-Benz is aware of that issue. However, they are not going to do anything about it. They're not going to help you with it. Very rare that they do. This is not a warranty issue unless you catch the issue early, and that's case by case. Basically, their diagnosis essentially boils down to, does your car sound like it needs the rebuild kit? And that's the big question is, is your car sounding like a tractor, or is it just running rough? I, in a couple of my other videos, covered the fact that I had to replace the engine unit in my M274 C300. And I had to come out of pocket for that. I contacted Mercedes-Benz USA. I contacted Mercedes-Benz corporate in Germany, and nothing. Didn't hear back from them except the one time where they surreptitiously got a hold of me and told me that, yeah, we're not doing anything for you because you had a goodwill performed on the high pressure fuel line that they actually turned into a extension of their warranty on the 2-liter turbo, the same M274 engines. And basically that was an issue with, if you're smelling gas inside your cabin, it's not dangerous, but it stinks like gas. So every morning when I get in my car, it would just be this odor of gas. So anyway, that's just an extension of that warranty. If you haven't gotten a letter yet from MBUSA, you'll probably be getting one, or you're warrant affected. So back to the engine issue. So while Mercedes is aware of it, there's not a recall on it, and there's really not even an extension of a warranty or anything like that. So if you don't catch it ahead of time, you're screwed. You're either buying a new engine or going for the recommended service if you caught it at the right time where you could do the rebuild. Because if you don't, your piston might crack, it might break, a ring might break, whatever. But either way, the number one piston fails, and that causes your whole engine to fail. Symptomology. So it starts off various different ways, but for me, I was on the way home, and coming back, I was cruising down the interstate about 75 miles an hour, 70, and coming off the off-ramp, the next thing I know, it developed this what felt like a misfire. So me being mechanically inclined and also a professional technician, I went, diagnosed it as far as I could tell, because a misfire is pretty much a misfire, right? it's either ignition or fuel, one of the two. Well, in this case, it turned out after I bought new plugs and new coil packs that it was not in fact that. And I started reading the forums myself, and I got deeper and deeper into it and found out that, hey, check cylinder 1. And I got that dreaded feeling like, oh my God, this can't be it. Please don't be it. But guess what? Cylinder number 1 failed the compression test, and when we got the camera down in the spark plug hole, guess what? Cracked straight through. So, new engine. And people and my friends and whatever, they think I'm crazy, but honestly, I love that car. The C300, beyond the engine, I really haven't had any issues with it. It drives great. It's nice. I mean, you've seen my videos, maybe, if you've watched this, but it's a great car. So, aside from that, I mean, Mercedes just doesn't back their products up like they used to, and what can you say? So, just to clarify and reiterate again, if you're experiencing a misfire that you think might be something else, you might want to have either your technician or your service advisor at a Mercedes-Benz authorized dealership, or wherever you prefer to go, check that. And before you buy these cars, you need to check its service records. And if you do buy it, you need to make sure that the engine, the M274, which was used in future generations, will still continue to be used, but you have to understand that just because that still has the M274 and whatever, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the same affected numbers, because that only affected a certain amount of VIN numbers and model years. So, that being the case, you need to do your research before you actually commit to purchasing a car. These cars, the GLC 300, the C300, the E300, anything in the Mercedes lineups that has a 300 lineup, 300 after the classification or whatever, you need to check it before you actually commit to it. And that's only the 2015s, 2016s, and the occasional 2017. I've seen them with every kind of mileage on them. When my car was in the shop, there was another one with 28,000 or 29,000 miles, a convertible C300, dead. So, I mean, that's pretty much everything I think you guys should know about that. So, take it as you want it, but if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, and I'll get back to them with as much information as I can, and have a good day.